there, Anne Marie here. Today I'm going to share my last two hauls from 2025. Since I'm doing 2026 and 2026, I have to use 2026 coats of nail polish on my nails before I buy any more nail polish. I just did these a couple days ago, and this was a 33 coat manicure. So it doesn't include Topcoat. It's just like the colors that I used. I was doing some combos. I like to see if I can dupe more complicated polishes sometimes. So I was trying to see how close I could get to Spyglass with Bet Blue, which is a different shade, but that's okay. And Polar Princess and Morning Tide. And so one of my nails, this is just Bet Blue with Polar Princess. Then this is Spyglass. And then this is Bet Blue, Polar Princess, and Morning Tide. So my favorite of these three is the Bet Blue with the Polar Princess. I really like it, but it's not close to Spyglass. I think I needed to add a reflective taco too, but that's okay. This was my manicure, and it took 33 coats, not counting Topcoat, because top coats are free. Okay, I've got two hauls. One's from Holo Taco, one's from ILNP. There you go. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Ah, why is nail polish so pretty? All right, hobby crossover. I'm actually at my scrapbooking desk today. I have a scrapbooking card making channel, just Vexed Angel is that one. And this is a scrapbooking tool. This is a paper piercer, but it's nice because it's like retractable, and so you can get it out pretty long, and then I can pop open my cartons. Okay, this first one is Never Tied Down. This is an older Holo Taco polish, but I've never bought it, so. And teal, turquoise, those are my favorite colors. Now that I open it, it actually, okay, it's different, but it certainly has the same vibes as that Mermaid, Lagoon, whatever one that I just got from Walmart. Oof. So I'm just going to swatch for now, and then I'll come back and I'll do zoom in for everything. I'm afraid I won't get the camera back where it goes. All right, next up, I think this is Misfire, right? Oh, no, this is Plum Luck. That's right, Plum Luck and Misfire in the carton. They were looking pretty similar, but I can definitely see the purple leaning. This is another one I never got, and I greatly regretted having to miss out on this when it first came out. And then I got into glitters like just over the past year, and so I started buying up like everything I could find. And Plum Luck is one that it retired, but they brought it back. Retired in air quotes. Oh, I love it. It is not looking like a lot up there, but it is in real life, and I'll zoom in. All right, this one is Lo-Fi Lavender. I stayed away from this one when it first came out too, because I thought I hated square glitters. It turns out I just hated whatever that first one that they had. It wasn't Smoke Show. Maybe it was Smoke Show. It was some glitter that they had that had square glitters, and I hated it. It looked so ugly and weird and kind of tacky to me. I don't know why. And to me, it was because of the square glitters. So when I heard about the glitch line, whatever this was called, pixel, whatever it was. When I heard about that line coming out, I was like, oh, darn, I'm all into glitters, but these are square glitters. I'm gonna hate it. So I didn't buy it. But here we are. I ended up getting maybe Bite My Peach, I think. It just looked so good in photos, and it's kind of the same thing here. This is only one coat. I think it needs two, but they're just not overly present. Like when I look at the side, I can pick out some square glitters, but it's not overwhelming. And I think in whatever that first polish was, at least for me, it was overwhelming. Here's Misfire. Misfire. All right. I know I'm not shaking these. We'll all survive though, right? Ooh, a little bit of a darker base. Almost a black base. Just the way it appears when you are stroking it on. Oh, that one only really needed the one thick coat. Those are my 4 glitters that I had to grab before I couldn't anymore. There's obviously more that I want, but again, I've got a lot of nail polish, so I'm fine. All right, so ILNP is up next. I love this. I love the tissue paper and the sticker. I love those. Saving those. Did I already tell you I'm at my scrapbooking desk? I think I told you. And so I'm gonna save these for my junk journal. All right, what do we got? Whisper and Melody, Willow and Bottoms Up. Up Above. For some reason I keep wanting to call this Up and Away. Up Above, and then Broken Promises? No Promises. All right. Who do we want to try first? Go with No Promises. Ooh, they'd be some snug boxes. All right. Gosh, look at that. How can the rest of the world not love this? I don't understand. It's just so gorgeous. Why doesn't everybody love nail polish? What is wrong with them? And why can't I open this bottle? Okay, so I have a real question. If anybody knows, please tell me. I'm having trouble with ILNP's magnetic polishes, like knowing which ones are magnetic. When I buy them on the site, they're magnetic, right? They're like listed in the category. But then when I get them home, I feel like they used to have a little magnet on it to show you that they were magnetic. And there were a couple that I got recently that did not have that sticker on the bottom. And I'm the kind of person, I need that. I don't remember, I'm not going to remember all my specific magnetic polishes. So did they stop doing that, or am I just out of it and not really thinking straight? It's entirely possible. All right, how about we go for Peach, this Whisper. Ooh, that would be good for my junk journal too. Everything's good for a junk journal. All right, this looks like acrylic with flakies. I might have to come back and do a second coat after this is dried a little, because I'm just pushing nail polish around. That might be good enough. All right, so there's Whisper. Very pretty, does not disappoint. Let's try Melody. I have been jonesing for this one for a while, so I made sure to get it on this order. These two were more like, oh yeah, those are pretty. I don't think I have anything like it. I should grab them on this, my final order. But a couple of these, okay, 3 of these were ones that I had been wanting for a while. I just hadn't got around to getting it. I think this is what I wanted Asteroid to be, the LA Colors one that I did the other day. Which Asteroid, actually, I want to put it on top of this now too, to see how it changes it. Oh my goodness, guys. That shimmer, I really, 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 really love that. All right, how about Willow? This is one of those also I'd been wanting for a while. It's interesting how matte Misfire is drying down. It's drying down like a lot matte. The rest of them still have a sheen, but not Misfire. All right, here's Willow. Ooh. Okay. This was not a bad choice either. I'm very happy. Very, very, very happy with how that turned out. All right, let's try. Is this bottoms up? Yes. Okay. It's actually, we'll see how it goes on. It's not quite as neon as I thought it might be. I was kind of hoping for a real pop. And this might still provide it. I'm not disappointed. I just want to be clear because I still love this color green. Okay, it's pretty. In general, I try not to buy cremes from the boutique or indie brands because I feel like it's a waste of their specialty and my money. But sometimes I just can't help it because the color is so pretty and I haven't found it in the wild. So I end up, you know, I want to support the businesses that I love too. So it's all good. And this is a very pretty color, especially in the summer as a pedicure color. That's going to be great. But it is a little disappointing. I did want it to be like punch your lights out kind of neon green. All right, so last but not least, this is Up Above. Another curly with flakies. Ooh, that's dreamy. These are essentially one coats. And I'm gonna throw some top coat on because that misfire, which is ridiculous to do for swatches, I feel like, at least on this type of, you know, surface, it's obviously temporary. But this misfire, she's super matte. She needs a little help to really show her depth. And I think my top coat might be running low. I am very happy with my final 2 orders. I might try to punch this up just a little bit. It's the only one. I think those 2 would go together really nicely. I think Plum Luck and No Promises would go together well as well. Honestly, these 2, and if I can find a third, that would make a fun Skittle. Maybe these 2, it's a little more purple. Yeah. I love it. All right, I'll do some zoom ins. All right, so we have Holo Taco Never Tied Down. There we go. Plum Luck, Lo-Fi Lavender. Ooh, see the Holo. Misfire, which is reading really dark. I believe this was in declassified, right? So at the time, they pulled this one to make room for Gosh Garnet, and maybe I can see why. It's looking muddy on camera. It doesn't look that muddy on the mat to me, but it is definitely a darker red. Maybe Red Flake Taco on top of it would be kind of cool too. Then there's the Broken Promises. It's looking like gray on my screen. I don't know what it looks like for you guys. But it's this very pretty mauve or purple pink. And then next is Whisper. There's Whisper. There's Melody. Love that. There's Willow. Love that. Bottoms Up, which I like. It's a solid like. But I might put some drops of neon polish in there or something to try to punch it up just a hair. And then Up Above, which I don't feel like I'm capturing the flakies quite on camera, but there that is. All right, guys, so that's my final haul. Dun, 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 dun. I'll go into morning. Actually, I've done no buys, well, for other things, other hobbies before. And I'm actually very excited about this one because there's so many beautiful things in my collection that I don't get to spend enough time on. So I'm looking forward to spending that time, you know? Anyway,
Thanks so much for watching. I should have my January Blues swatching video coming up, and then we'll see whatever else happens. I do have 1,993 coats left to do for the year, or before I buy again, at least. So I hope you stick around and see what's what. And thank you to those of you who have already subscribed. I really appreciate it. All right, I'll see you later. Bye.